Unlocking History, the hidden story behind the Liberty Tapestry. In the shadow of the American Revolution, beneath the clamor of muskets and the fervent cries for liberty, a secret existed so profound it could have rewritten the nation's origin story. This was not a tale of generals or signed parchments, but of an unsung woman named Elara Voss-a seamstress, whose needle wove a legacy hidden for centuries, until now. In 1775, as the colonies teetered on the brink of rebellion, Elara lived in a modest Philadelphia attic, her fingers calloused from crafting garments for patriot families. Unbeknownst to all, she was no ordinary seamstress. Elara was the keeper of the Tapestry of Concord, a clandestine masterpiece commissioned by a secret society of women known as the Daughters of the Loom. Formed in the quiet corners of colonial taverns, the daughters believed the fight for independence must be preserved not only in ink, but in threads that could speak across generations. The tapestry was no mere cloth. Spanning 12 feet, it was a coded chronicle of the revolution's untold stories. Spies who whispered in markets, enslaved messengers crossing enemy lines, indigenous guides leading rebels through uncharted forests. Each stitch was deliberate, each color a cipher. Red threads marked betrayal, blue, acts of courage, gold, moments of unity. With unmatched skill, Elara wove these secrets into patterns that appeared as nothing more than innocuous floral designs to the untrained eye. To those who knew the code, the tapestry was a living documenta testament to the invisible hands that shaped a nation. The daughters entrusted Elara with this sacred task because she was invisible in plain sight, a woman, a widow, dismissed by the powerful men of the era. Yet her attic became a hub of quiet resistance. By candlelight, she met with couriers bearing whispered intelligence from battlefronts and backrooms. One night, a young escaped slave named Caleb delivered a chilling message. The British had learned of a traitorous cloth and were scouring Philadelphia to find it. Elara knew that discovery would mean death for her, for the daughters and the erasure of the truth stitched into the tapestry. With no time to flee, Elara made a heart-wrenching choice. She dismantled the tapestry, cutting it into fragments small enough to be hidden. Each piece was entrusted to a daughter who scattered across the colonies, swearing to protect their fragment until the war's end. Elara herself kept the central panel a radiant starburst of gold threads, symbolizing the hope of a united nation sewn into the lining of her cloak, worn close against her skin. The war raged on, and Elara vanished into the chaos of history. Bound by their oath, the daughters never spoke of the tapestry again. Its fragments were buried in attics, stitched into quilts, or hidden inside hollowed books. For 2 centuries, the story of the tapestry faded into folklore, a fanciful tale of colonial women playing at espionage. Then, in 2023, a breakthrough came. A graduate student named Amara Chen, studying textile conservation at a small Philadelphia museum, stumbled upon a tattered cloth in an uncatalogued crate. Its intricate stitches and faded colors hinted at something extraordinary. Amara's research led her to a cryptic letter from 1790, penned by a woman named Ruth, describing a cloth of truths that must be reunited. Amara's obsession grew. Guided by oral histories and obscure records, she began tracking down other fragments. One by one, the pieces emerged. A scrap in a Virginia farmhouse, another hidden in a Boston library, a third woven into a Cherokee family's heirloom blanket. Each fragment told a story: a midwife who poisoned a British officer, a printer's apprentice who forged documents, a fisherman who smuggled supplies across icy rivers. With the help of historians and cryptographers, Amara deciphered the code, revealing a narrative of the revolution far richer and more inclusive than any textbook had ever told. The final piece, Elara's Starburst, was found sewn into a forgotten altar cloth in a Pennsylvania church. When the fragments were reunited in a hushed museum ceremony, the restored Tapestry of Concord was unveiled to a stunned world. It was not just a relic, but a mirror, reflecting a nation built not only by the famous few, but by countless unseen handswomen, enslaved people, indigenous allies whose courage was stitched into its very fabric. Today, the tapestry hangs in a climate-controlled gallery, its threads glowing under soft light. Visitors stand before it, some weeping, others silent as they trace the hidden stories of those who wove liberty with threads of sacrifice. Elara Voss' name, once lost to time, is now whispered with reverence. Her needle, a quiet rebellion that outlasted empires. The Tapestry of Concord is more than a heritage. It is a call to uncover the truths hidden in plain sight, to honor what is unseen, and to weave with our own hands a future worthy of those who came before us.